comparison video between two 5 balanced armature. This would be the KZ AS10 and this would be the KZ BA10, if I'm getting this correctly. This is made of a cheap plastic. I hate the cable. This is made out of maybe aluminum. It's relatively light. The build quality definitely goes to this one, without question. And that's it. Everything else goes to the AS10, excuse me. Everything goes to this. The bass sounds better than it sounds on this one. The stage sounds wider than it sounds on this one. Forget about the looks, please. A lot of people have said, oh, that looks like a Lego or that. Just put that to the side for a second. You've got 5 BA, 10 in total, and the older one, and a newer one, 5 BA, 10 in total, with an improved, forget the design, please, improved build quality. Maybe the shape should be different. Who cares about that? If these sounded awesome, I wouldn't care. These would be my badass Legos. The problem is that the AS10, the older, still sounds better than this one does. In every metric that I calculate in my mind, the presentation of the stage sounds bigger on the AS10. The impact of the bass feels almost dynamic driver-ish on the AS10. The treble sounds nice. It's got a balance to it that is unusual for KZ, which is often V-shaped. KZ is a company that really blows my mind because there's a large following, and I'm sometimes confused as to why. If members of that large Knowledge Zenith KZ society, fan club, think that this is one of the better KZs that have been made, I would agree with them in that. There are so many models that are made by KZ, it's hard to keep track of them. But of all the ones that I've heard, I wouldn't listen to any of them ever again besides this set. Which means that this set is not a set that I will listen to in the future or keep. This is a fine set. This is very close to monitoring quality. I'm not wanting for vocals in any of the genres that I listen to. I'm not lacking in bass when I listen to hip-hop. I'm not lacking in anything. This was done well. This tuning in this material shell with a slightly different design would probably go over quite well. I hear that they're doing a BA hybrid, actually. I hope it does better than this because this didn't. And it has nothing to do with the design of it. I was going to start this video and the title of it was going to be AS10 versus BA10, but why? Question mark. Why even? In a world where you've got something like the T2s, this is the original version, and these, I like these both. Why? Why even? Why the design? Why the variation in the tuning? I'm sure they do frequency response graphs and they listen to this stuff, I'm assuming. And do they think that this is better than this? I don't know what they listen to, because listening to folk music, Jim Croce, this sounds better. Listening to Bob Marley, this sounds better. Listening to Led Zeppelin, this sounds better. Listening to Tupac, this sounds better. I can't think of a reason why. I'm only at 4 minutes, and this is really going to be quite a short video. Do I recommend this set? No. Does it have anything to do with the looks? No, I don't care. Let's talk about looks for a second. It goes in your fucking ear. Are you really that concerned with what people are looking at in your fucking ear? Really? Do you really give a shit? That's hard for me to. If you care what other people see in your ears, your life must be really good because you don't have any other concerns. Who gives a fuck if this thing looks like a Lego? Who gives a fuck if it says "fuck your mother" on the side of it? Seriously, who gives a fuck? If someone's standing that close to look in your fucking ear, you better tell them to get the fuck off you fucking. Get off you, man. Seriously. Who gives a shit? They do look fucking weird, but I don't care. If they sounded good, I'd pick them over this set, which, by the way, are these going to win any fucking contest? Of the who gives a fuck what's in your ear fucking contest? These look nice. They fit in good. Don't give a fuck. I actually think these are a little better than these. It's really close. They're both balanced, relatively in a sea of V's. These both are good. I don't give a fuck about the looks. I just don't think that they hit the tuning correctly in anything. If they were saying, you know what, this did well, 5 BAs, let's do it again, and they did this, fire all of those guys. Fire them. Because they got it wrong. Because this doesn't sound like this. And this sounded good. And a lot of people said this, I think. I didn't hear anybody come back into my channel and say, those things suck, man. What are you talking about? Those aren't balanced at all. No, these are pretty balanced. For a KZ, these are really freaking balanced. Why go do this, man? And put it in a shell that people are going to look at and be turned off by it because that's important to them. And then you put it in the ear and it doesn't sound that great. So it loses on all levels. So I would take the AS10s over the BA10s. And it has nothing to do with the looks. Though they are ugly as fuck. So let's be real. I don't give a fuck what's in my ear, because if you're that close to me, I'm going to have a problem, first of all. Unless you're my chick, I'm going to say, what the fuck are you looking at? Seriously. That's the way I am. And I think people would look at me the same if they were able to get that close to me with either one of these things. But that's ugly as fuck. If it sounded nice, I wouldn't give a shit. But it doesn't. Whoever listened to this and said, let's take the 5BA and level it up, and did this, fire the whole fucking team. Seriously. Fire them, and if they did this, they must have got lucky, because if they did this, and then after they did this, M Audio did it with the Q40. Sometimes these companies get fucking lucky. They hit it, they try it again, they fucked it up. That means they're going to fuck up whatever they do next. So fire the whole team and hold on to your AS10s, because they're better than the BA10s. And that's it. 7 minutes. Stage, better. Bass impact, better. Treble. You know what? I don't know. The mids on this don't sound right, so the treble, I can't get my mind on it. So I honestly, being totally 100% honest, treble, I can't really say. Mids, this one. Bass, this one. Stage, this one. Fit is about the same. So, skip these. Keep these. And I'm out.